Hello! Welcome to the Dad Report, a podcast for dads, by dads, about dad stuff.
Join us as we sit down and have meaningful conversations with friends, family, and coworkers.
We will talk about life, family, and so much more while working towards a goal of creating a healthy idea of what it means to be a dad.
Hello, Chad. Hello, Justin.
It's a bittersweet episode.
Is it?
I mean, I guess a little bit, yeah. It's bittersweet. It's the season finale. We're finally doing it. We're cutting it off. It's done.
I was going to say sweet, and then you just said cut it off. That's the bitter part.
That's the bitter part. Yep. Season 1 is done. So actually, I guess it's bittersweet for our listeners because, well, they don't get any new episodes of Dad Report after this one for a while, but you and I will still be working in the background on episodes. So, yeah.
Or the reverse of that could also be true. You don't like us, and so we're going off sweet, but then we have to come back bitter.
Well, then why don't you just stop listening to us? Like, if you don't like us, why are you even listening? Like, that doesn't make sense. People are weird. They're listening for something they can tweet about. That's probably what they're listening for.
Now, by all means, keep listening.
Please keep listening. But no, seriously, if you're out there listening to us right now, hi, hello. The smooth tones of our voices. We are cutting this off. Season 1 is officially wrapping with this episode, the 26th episode. It's like we're a USA channel show, 26 episodes long. We're cutting it. It's done. Wrap. Season 2 will premiere sometime in the August. And we are going to work diligently over the summer to bring you some fresh guests, some new guests, maybe a few returning ones, and have just season 2 just loaded with fun and goodies. So if you are interested in being a guest, we have created a spreadsheet that you can literally pick a date that you are able to record on, type your name in, type the time that works for you. They're all in Eastern Standard Time. We typically can record a little bit after 7:30 our time, but I understand that we have West Coast listeners, so I'm trying to be conscientious of you. Just tell us when you can record. We'll do our best to accommodate, or we'll at least reach out to you and get you scheduled in somewhere somehow. Leave an email address. That's super important. And then if you have any personal website that you would like to share with us because you're awesome and you have like a book or your own podcast or a TV show or a movie deal, I mean, whatever you got going on, bro, like leave it for us. We'd love to look more into you. You can find that. You can find that link. I will put that link in our Instagram bio after this episode drops. So that way you can find it there, as well as on the Discord and Facebook. Turning on Facebook.
So what do you say we keep it lighthearted with a dad joke before we jump into any dad reports?
The final dad joke of season 1.
Very appropriate in content for something you will find out shortly. So Justin, our final joke for season 1.
Okay.
Do you know why most people get sick on weekdays only?
Why do most people get sick on weekdays only?
Because people have a weekend immune system.
Oh my gosh, I should have seen that one coming. That's funny.
Yes.
That's funny. A weakened immune system. I have seen that one somewhere. I forget where though. That's funny.
So we'll use that dad joke to transition into my dad report. I have a couple. So the first one is my son graduated high school this Friday.
Holla!
And it nearly killed us. It was amazing. I felt like I was so proud. The buttons on my shirt were going to pop off. It was awesome. We had a bunch of people there and went out to dinner afterwards to Justin, you helped me remember the name, Fogo de Chao.
Yes.
Brazilian steakhouse. It was great. So anyone that does not know the concept of a Brazilian steakhouse, you go and you pay a good amount of money, and they try to entice you with things like salad bar and desserts and all of these fancy
It's not
appetizers
why
and
you're
things.
there. It's not why you're there.
And you keep your eye on the prize because you know that meat is coming. And they
Mm-hmm.
literally come out with meat on skewers and they just slice you off a little bit, and they keep coming around. They keep coming around. And Justin, bank air in our favor, let's just say. The first meat they brought to our table must have
Mm-hmm.
been a new guy, the prime rib.
Oh, oh,
So, and man, we got some big old chunks.
nice.
Normally they start with like the chicken and the
Yeah,
pork, and
yeah.
then
Nah, you
they
went
up
straight to
the
dessert right
up the
there.
quality. So yeah,
Woo.
we had a guy, I think he was just lost, and he found himself looking at me. We made eye contact and he knew he couldn't go away. So but yeah, that was great. And then I found out later on in the weekend that I had COVID. So that was great. So we talked on the last episode about how my wife was sick. Oddly enough, uh, when I was texting with a friend and telling him um, what was happening early this week, he
Mm-hmm.
said, Chad, that sounds like the new variant of COVID.
Ooh.
I was like, really? He's like, I have some spare tests. I'll bring them to you. So he
Oh,
did.
how kind
We
of him.
all took them. I was the only one who tested positive.
Oh.
So interesting enough, because I just, the way it went, we all assumed that Shauna is the one who got Jude and myself sick.
Mm-hmm.
We all took a test. It was just me. But this time is not near as bad as the first time I had it. I'm really just taking like over the counter like NyQuil and that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
just to help with the cough and help me sleep at night, that kind of thing. So
You
aside from
never
that, man,
did
I'm
you ever
good.
have the Omicron, the like what was it, the third or second strain? I think second
I
no,
think,
Delta's second. So Omicron
yeah,
is third.
I had, I mean, and the test doesn't really tell you, right, which variant, but
You
I
go based off of
assume,
the result, the
yeah,
symptoms.
I assume I had Delta the first time around, and this
Okay.
time I believe I have the Omicron variant. So,
Okay.
and it's not too bad. It's like when I got Delta, the way I describe that is like I had like a super flu, like
Yeah. Yeah.
everything was
No,
amped up.
Delta's what wiped people out, but the Omicron, because I had the whatever the OG strain was, like lost the smell, lost the taste for a while, and cold symptoms.
Oh wow.
Then I had Omicron, which was just cold symptoms like stuffy nose, mild fever, and then in a couple of days, most of that was kind of kicked to the curb. So,
Oh, that's the other thing you reminded me. So Shauna never tested positive.
mhm.
She did get sick. She was sick like a week before I was,
Yeah.
but the last couple of days, no smell. Still no smell.
Oh, oh, yeah. She had COVID, bro, or
She had,
something. She had COVID. Yikes. Well, I hope y'all are taking the appropriate. Ooh, easy, buddy. For our YouTubers, I'm leaving that one in.
I hope that was muted for y'all. Had a little cough attack there.
Yeah, that was
I
fine.
was
We're fine.
hoping to excuse you all, but we're gonna keep it in there.
Keep it. Well, I hope you guys take all the precautions. Keep yourself safe, others around you safe,
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah, we
getting and
haven't
feeling better
really
and all that. So
we haven't really gone anywhere. Pierce, who he is not sick. We last couple of days were like, hey, since we know this is COVID, you got to kind of lay low for a couple of
grounded.
days.
Yeah,
And he didn't love it because he's not sick, right? But
and he's a graduate. He can go do what he wants
exactly,
in his
exactly.
head.
So,
In his head.
yeah. So not great, but we're living with it. And I noticed the CDC guidelines on how long you quarantine, like those have changed.
All the
So,
time. All the
um,
time.
so I looked at the most recent one, and I think just going off the days, my symptoms are quickly going away, and it's
Mm-hmm.
I want to say today is like a day 5.
Mm-hmm.
So they say now it's like a 5-day
Yeah.
quarantine. We're gonna extend it a little bit just to play on the safe side, I believe. But
Yeah.
anyway, but I'm the only one who tested positive. It's crazy. So we'll probably all
Isn't that
take one
funny?
more test.
So quirky.
But anyway, that's the update on the Kirk house. What's going on over here? And let me just say, shout out to my son Pierce, because he graduated, and like after he graduated, his brother and both his parents are like sick as dogs, and he's kind of out there just fending for himself, and he's been busy. He's had some stuff going on too, but um no complaints, nothing, just rocking it. So
Nice.
way to go, Pierce.
Nice.
Anyway,
And he has plans for trade school after, correct? Or an apprenticeship of some sort.
he does. Yeah, he's got a few ideas. This summer he does want to get some work in, but in the fall he's taking a certification program at FSCJ for welding.
Okay. Good money in it.
Because he's still not going to be old enough for Tulsa Welding School, believe it or not. And that junk is pricey. So he kind of made that decision. He wants to do that because he does want to go to school. He doesn't want to spend all college money on welding. So he does he wants to get a job welding, and then he wants to go to UNF is the current plan.
Okay.
So
what's he gonna pursue at UNF?
Engineering. He's got a few branches of engineering he is open to. So at this point,
good money
the
in that
conversation is mechanical and civil.
Okay. Very cool.
So there we are.
There you go.
What about you, man? You got any reports for us?
I can't think of anything this week. Amelia has been kind of fussy, more fussy than usual. But we're seeing a lot of drool as well. So could be more teeth coming in. I feel like every time you turn around, especially now that she's a year, I feel like, because I think, is it by the time they turn 2, all their teeth are in, something like that. So, and I mean, if the human has 26 teeth or whatever the number is, some biologist just cringed. But then I guess she's got to start growing them. So I think that's what we're dealing with. But more solid foods for her. I mean, she's eaten, like, she ate some of the rice and tried to chew some of the steak last night. It was real tender. I mean, she's able to rip it apart with her fingers. So we let her try it, just watch her closely, but trying to get her more acclimated to that. And then weaning her out of formula and into just straight milk. So she's doing good, other than just the little bit of fussiness. Megan and I are doing well. Megan's still loving her new job. She's got a new thing going with Travelmation, so she's excited about that.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
Well, it just happened today, so I'm not going to say too much. That's kind of her. I'm sure she'll share with Shauna, and then you and I can talk later. But yeah.
Okay.
So, but she's doing well. We're doing well. We're hanging in there. And day was very muggy. Well, not muggy, but it was very gray weather. But it felt amazing because it was like 68 degrees outside. So can't complain. But yeah, that's my dad report.
Nice.
I do want to briefly just take a moment to what's the appropriate word? I didn't warn you about this.
Hot take, here we come.
No, I don't do politics on the show.
I wasn't inferring politics, just hey, you're gonna hit me with something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you some. I do want to take a moment to recognize the families who lost someone or were closely related to somebody in Uvalde, Texas. And for those of you listening to this after the fact, because these always come out about a week late or the next week, so this happened yesterday, I believe, was when this happened. But there was somebody went into a school and well, killed lots and lots of kids plus some adults. So our hearts, especially as a podcast around fatherhood, goes out to the dads in those situations as they wrestle with their grief, as they try to wrestle with the feelings that's going on, as they try to still maintain order in their house, as they console their spouses, console their other family members, siblings. And then it also goes out to dads across the world. I mean, it's scary to think that you could send your kid to school one day and then you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't. And there's obviously conversations on all ends of the spectrum of what to do to make that better. This show is not here for that, so we just want to be a voice for the parents, recognize them as they walk through this, and just if you're a praying person, you know, pray for those families. That's no one should have to walk through that.
Yeah. Yeah. Amen to that.
It's Chad. Now that I've dropped us with that, before we wrap this thing up and we say see you in August, listeners. What has been one of your favorite moments? And I know you weren't with me from the very beginning. You jumped in somewhere around like episode 11. But what has been one of your favorite moments here on the Dad Report, season 1?
So, one thing before we get there is on season 1, 26 episodes.
Okay.
That's half a year.
That is half a year.
So that's kind of crazy. Thinking of it in those terms. I don't know. I was just, as we were talking, I was like, wait, 26? That's half of 52. Yeah, wow. That's crazy.
I think I only took one. We only skipped 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, we've been, even through moves and different life transitions, we've been pretty consistent. So
So when you asked me to come with kind of a highlight or something to share,
mhm.
The one I went to was when we had Jason Alcott on.
Mhm.
And the reason I went there is because, and as we were talking about before we started recording, the reason I think that one lands on me is because Jace was one of the first people we had on that you and I both did not really know.
Mhm.
And, kind of met him online and saw some of his content and shared it with you. And he was really excited about coming on, started listening to the show. Kind of had made me had the thought that, like, okay, here's somebody that we don't really know that started listening, that's down with being on. And it was really fun. Like, it was really
Yeah.
fun. I feel like it was good conversation and we got some good feedback out of it and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, wow, yeah, I could, if we have some more of this, I could
Yeah.
keep doing it. Like,
Yeah.
we know that when we have like our parents and our siblings and our spouses on, like, those are people we just want to share with the world. Like, I could do that all day.
Yeah.
But when we can have like similar, like positive experiences with people
Mhm.
that we don't really know and like share that with other people, I don't know, man. That's just something that kind of got me jazzed up and made me want to go out and find some
Yeah.
more of those people and get those relationships going and all that kind of stuff. So that's what hit me.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, Jason's episode was a lot of fun. And I feel like I walked away from that one like encouraged, and like I feel like I learned something, inspired a little
Definitely.
bit. So if you're listening to this and you're like, what? Go back and find Jason Alcott's episode. It's episode 22,
One.
23, 21. Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Thank you,
I'm
Chad.
looking at it right now. That's
Looking
why
at
I
it
know
right
the
now.
number. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's got a YouTube, he's got a book. We've plugged it all there on that episode stuff. Yeah, Jason's great. Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool episode, and we're definitely gonna try and work towards more of those come season 2. So actually, we've got a few lined up. We've had a few things happen behind the scenes that just haven't kind of come to fruition yet, but they're scheduled. So some exciting stuff coming.
Yep. Yep. So what about you? Any moments
Ooh.
you wanna reminisce?
Well, working with you, obviously.
Of course. That's a given.
Oh man, I don't actually think I have any one specific episode that I'm like, this is my favorite. I think for me, because it started with just me. I mean, if you go back and look at the history of the Dad Report, it started as the diaper report, and it just started as me
Mm,
like bringing friends on, and then it evolved into me bringing you in, And then our wives kind of helping us in the background. Megan changed the logo like 3 times. And she did awesome with the artwork. And now it's the dad report. And we're slowly but surely, like we're building a community of dads who are, wanting to be healthy, or they are a model of like healthy fatherhood. It's just been kind of cool to watch that go from a kid with a lapel mic. Well, I say a kid, I'm old. I have my own kid, but a dad with a lapel mic sitting on his back patio staring at a cat, to now we meet up just about weekly over this, and have conversations and talk about things that are important, like studying our wives or paying attention to how our kids treat and react to bullies and kids in the neighborhood and stuff like that. And it's been really cool. And with that, I'm excited to see how that springboards us into season 2, and to start really honing that healthy fatherhood culture and hopefully growing that community. I mean, I harp on the Discord every week, but it's there for a reason. And it's hopefully so listeners like you guys out there listening right now, especially if you're a dad, like just click the link. It's free to join. The link doesn't expire. It's good anytime. Just hop in and then start throwing questions at us. Let's start bringing up topics, start sharing dad reports, share some dad wins. Being a dad's not easy. Being a mom's not easy either, but we're here for the dads, and dads sometimes get a bad rap. Speaking of dads, Chad, you lost your camera.
Did we?
It's gone. Whoop. And you're back.
Hey.
Heyo.
As you were talking, I was thinking, if people want to know when the next episode is, the easiest thing to do is just to subscribe on whatever your podcast platform is. Or if you'd rather watch on YouTube or even on Spotify, you can do that as well. If you subscribe, you'll get notified when we release stuff. And who knows, we may even have a little one-off something to release.
Yeah. Over the summer.
Yeah. If
well, I was also
something comes
thinking,
up,
and I know I'm saying this out loud now with listeners, tuning in, but we've toyed around the idea. Also the beauty of Discord is we could record live and do it through Discord and have a live audience. And
totally,
summer might be the perfect time to play with that, but that means we got to have an audience in Discord to listen. So I'm talking to you people out there who are like, man, I'd love to ask these guys live why they're such, crazy people.
Yeah, and we got people that come in occasionally, but we would, to make it worthwhile, we'd have to have, more than just my mom in there. I don't know that my mom even knows what Discord is.
She's not in there. I've not seen her. No,
keeping it.
No.
Yeah.
We do have a few dads in there. They're just not. They're not very active, and that's okay. We'll get them there.
Yeah.
We'll get them there. So, or if you know of a better social media network that might work for what we're trying to build, let us know. Team up. This is not, us against the world. Like we're here to help you guys, work with you guys, provide this resource. So, yeah, that's all I got. But yes, subscribe.
I think that is all I have for us.
That is all I have.
I say that's all I have for us, even though tonight was really set up by you, so I didn't even do that.
Chad will be doing more of the legwork in season 2. No, it's okay. All right, buddy. Well, listeners, thank you for listening. We look forward to seeing you, or you seeing us, in August.
Justin, it's been great. I hope you have a wonderful summer. When I see Amelia, I want to see her, doing push-ups, backflips, the whole deal. I want to see some progress. No, I'm kidding.
That's some intense progress. She's not an Olympian yet. All right, Chad, you also have a great summer. Enjoy spending that time with your boys and with Shauna. Enjoy with Shauna too.
I shall. Definitely.
All right. I will probably text you on Friday after Kenobi comes out, sir.
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you. I will be doing that as well.
All right.
Well, thanks, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, everybody.
See you in August.
See you in August.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. You can support us by sharing the show with your friends and family. Please subscribe, rate, and leave a review.
Want more of The Dad Report? Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and even join the community over on Discord. Don't forget to send us your dad jokes for a chance to be featured on the show.
Remember the words of Billy Graham about fatherhood. A good father is one of the most unsung, unpraised, unnoticed, and yet one of the most valuable assets in our society.
So if you are a dad, we're cheering you on. If you have a dad, be kind to him. And if you know a dad, tell him about our podcast.